We are the Halloweeniacs. On the 31st of every month that has a 31st, we come together to discuss all things Halloween. Tonight is a special episode, not the 31st, but the 13th, October, Friday the 13th. I'm Mike, and who else do we have here on the program?
What's up, guys? It's Greg.
What's up, everybody? It's Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, Matt.
What's up,
Hey,
Greg? Greg's in the studio drinking out of his pumpkin cup.
I love
is
that
that, a
pumpkin mug.
How many?
That
how
is
many
a good
cups?
pumpkin cup.
How many cups do you actually have? Because I feel like you get a new one each year.
I do, but my jack-o'-lantern one though broke last year, so that was thrown out.
How are you always breaking? You're always breaking mugs.
I mean, I bring them
Crossfitting?
outside.
Crossfitting while you're drinking coffee.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's Friday the 13th, so don't break your mugs today.
I saw a cool one though. I saw a ghost one the other day, so I might get that one. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, keep them going. Keep getting them.
I love it. I love it. So basically today we're not doing a 31st episode. We're doing a 13th, October 13th. But I wanted to ask you, Matt, since this episode was your idea, you want to tell us what you were thinking about?
Yeah, come on. Everybody's been talking about it. Everybody's been like, ooh, the Friday the 13th. It hasn't happened in a long time. In October. So I said, you know what? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about some of the spooky things. Let's talk about some of the franchise, Friday the 13th. I think a lot of people, that's what they focus on is Friday the 13th. Yeah. And there is some lore that's associated with Friday the 13th being spooky, mysterious, kind of stuff like that. So I thought it'd be cool. And give a nod to Jason a little bit because it is his day.
Is it spookier in October? Maybe that's what we're going to discuss, but is it better when there's a Friday the 13th in October?
I mean, it's cool because it's almost like 2 weeks till Halloween. So it does add an extra, I guess, little oomph to it. But other than that, I don't know. I don't think there's anything. I've never been like, ooh, it's so spooky. It's like, it doesn't feel like Halloween. And I don't think it is like a Halloween holiday, but it is kind of cool. So I don't know. It is what it is. It's just another day. It's not the 31st.
So you hate it. You hate Friday the 13th.
No, actually, I really enjoy it.
That's what I'm getting from you.
You hated the first Friday the 13th movie.
I like the video game the best.
Of course.
Did you play the video game before you saw the movie?
I would say I did play the video game before I saw most of the movies. Like I knew who Jason was. I did see like bits and pieces of some of the movies, but I never saw all of them. And then all of a sudden it was just like, yeah, Friday the 13th.
You guys being younger, my being senior to you guys.
Yeah, you are.
Did you guys know who Jason was before you saw the movies or the game or anything? Like it was just kind of in the zeitgeist?
No, from what I remember, I mean, in their yard or watching it on TV. So yeah. I always knew the character.
Do you remember we had a goalie mask that looked like Jason?
Yeah, we did.
You guys played a lot of hockey?
Yeah, we had a hockey mask and it was a goalie mask.
Yeah, it was one of those like 70s goalie mask, maybe early 80s too. Like it wasn't just like the Jason mask. It almost like wrapped around your whole face like a regular goalie mask today, but it had, more of the holes. Like one of those, if you look at the 1980 Olympic games, like the mask that they used to wear in those hockey games, that's what we had. We had that. So it was kind of cool. I think even Greg wore that one Halloween.
Yeah, I think I did too. I think I wore it for a hockey game too, because I remember I was the goalie at one game and I put that on.
Yeah, and our cousins had Nintendo and they had a bunch of games. And one of the games they had was Friday the 13th game. And I remember always going, I don't know if Greg remembers the same way I do. Their house was cool. It was like a bi-level house and you walked down and into their, I guess, lower level or basement area. The back hallway was always dark. It was always dark to get to their game room. In the game room, they had a TV, a couch, a ping pong table. And I remember always playing Friday the 13th video game in that room. And I remember the music used to scare the shit out of me. I loved it, but it also scared me.
Listen, he was just going through the woods, going through the cabins. And he got to that room in the back.
Get nervous. What about you, Mike? Anything associated with Friday the 13th, like growing up? Did you hear any of the lore behind it?
Yeah, come on, Michael.
No, I mean, not actual. I don't remember Friday the 13th growing up, like it being like, oh, there's more bad luck or anything, but I do have more about that later. I did want to say this, that what is cool about Friday the 13th being in October this year is that, one, it's believed that during the Halloween season, the barriers between the worlds are at their weakest. So monsters, ghouls, and goblins can cross over into the human world to haunt and terrorize us. So Friday the 13th, which is considered to be a harbinger of bad luck, it also carries its own black magic. So in 1993, accident law attorneys from Scanlon, Lubin, Scanlon, and Singleton conducted a study about the rate of accidents that occurred on Friday the 13th's past. So do you guys want to know what the study found?
I mean, just from the name alone, it sounds made up. Well, it sounds fake.
You could look the study. It's a law firm, bro. Scanlon, Lubin, Scanlon, and
it's
so there's probably a dad. Scan.
Scammers.
So yeah, Scanlon's probably the dad. Lubin's probably like the daughter, got married. Then there's
what did they say?
Scanlon, the son. Okay, so you want to? Okay, so
forget them. I don't care about them.
Okay, according to the study, the risk of hospital admission as a result of a transport accident
went up 55%.
Maybe increased. You're so close. Maybe increased by as much as 52% on the 13th. However, the authors of the study stated that the authors of the study stated that the numbers of admission from accidents are too small to allow meaningful analysis. So I'm not sure what exactly that means. I mean, 52% is a big number.
It seems like they just wanted to like make an article for Friday the 13th and be like, ooh, this is what we found.
This is very possible. Like their sampling size, I would imagine, is probably way too small. And they were probably like, let's drum up some business for the firm. Let's do a study on Friday the 13th.
I like it.
Yeah, so basically it says that unfortunately for us, Friday the 13th people and Halloween lovers, subsequent studies have disproved any correlation between Friday the 13th and the rate of accidents. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that there's anything substantial to the number 13, Friday the 13th, or better still, Friday, October the 13th? Like, if you got a hotel room and you were on the 13th floor, would that?
I mean, hotel rooms don't have the number 666 ever, like hotel. Some skip the floor 3, some skip floor 13 as well. If you look at
there
like
still
hotels.
is a 13th floor, even though it's not numbered that way.
Yeah. Correct. It goes from 12 to 14. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so would you be on that floor? Like, if you were checking into the Marriott.
Yeah, I've stayed on the 13th floor and I think it was like 1313.
Really? And you're good.
Yeah, I don't really care about that. It's just a hotel room. It's just a floor number.
And like, nothing happened? No hijinks?
No hijinks. I've stayed on the 6th floor in like room 66.
No oogly boogly?
No. I mean, it's kind of funny.
Boogie, man.
No, I don't think there's anything like bad about the numbers. I think if people associate it with things, like as far as being October 13th on Friday, like of this year, I think it's cool because
it's a cool almost, thing. Like you don't get
it's almost
nervous.
Like a Halloween. No, it's almost like a Halloween Eve where you know, you could start celebrating Halloween.
A little preview.
And getting into that spooky feel a little earlier than normal.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, any of those type of movies, you know, the Friday the 13th franchises.
So you're not superstitious at all, Greg. You'll walk under a ladder.
Yeah, I have. I
broke the devil tree.
I broke mirrors, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, that stuff doesn't really. I'm not superstitious. Yeah, I'm not superstitious like that.
Matt, what about you? Are you superstitious?
100% Matt is. Yep. He doesn't even have the Ouija board inside of his house.
I mean, if we're talking about it, it's right on the shelf here. And I did touch the devil's tree. You know, I jumped into the blue hole. Things like that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I
Let
would
me
say
ask
yes.
you guys. Oh, you are.
I
Sorry,
am
go ahead.
no, I am superstitious in certain ways. Like I don't want that or coming at me or anything like that.
Or
Plus, I think a lot of the stuff associated with Friday the third or more of the 13th is
13th.
yeah, it's biblical. I really do. Like if you look at a lot
Yeah.
of the stuff that it comes down to where it's like 12 is almost like the number of completeness, right? We have 12 months
12
out of
months of the year. We have
right.
12
We have
planets.
12 days of Christmas. Yeah,
Actually,
there's
there's
like the
24
12
days of
zodiac
Christmas.
signs. There's what?
What?
Well,
It's 12
here's
days of
the other
Christmas, bro.
thing. Here's the other thing. There were 13 guests believed to have attend the Last Supper.
Right.
What
And
about
one
the
of them
apostles?
Judas was the disciple, the one who betrayed Jesus. He was considered to be the 13th guest.
yeah. So, I mean, it could come down to all that. So it's one of those things. If you believe in a lot of biblical stuff, the number 13th, yes, is associated with, you could say the devil or,
Well, here's
666.
the other thing. There was this USA Today article I was reading from August 13th of 2023, I think. I don't have the date here, but this guy said that weddings in the Middle Ages were not held on Fridays, and it was not a day someone would start a journey because there was something to do with Friday in general. Okay, so here's the thing. Fear of the date is likely rooted in Christianity. Jesus was crucified on a Friday, and ever since the day has been associated with general ill omen. That's according.
And then you add the
Michael
13th, which is an unlucky number to it.
Yeah.
It has a lot of aura to it.
Let me
He
ask
was
you
risen.
guys this. Would you go camping on Friday the 13th?
I would like to go camping
Camp
where
Blood
they film. Yeah, where they filmed the movie.
on Friday the 13th
Yeah, I think that would be awesome.
by yourself?
I mean, I would go with Matt because
It
what am I
is
gonna do-
expensive.
What am I going to do by myself?
Would you and Matt go skinny dipping in the lake?
Matt's afraid of
No.
legs.
Jason would grab, my leg and something else, you know what I'm saying? And pull me under.
I would be more afraid of crocodiles.
There's no crocodiles in there.
Like Lake Placid, man. It's a movie. It
Isn't that
happened.
down in the South, though, bro?
No, that was in Maine.
It was in New York.
Was it in Maine? New York?
It was in New York, Lake Placid.
Boy, we're
Well,
all over
no,
the place.
no.
here.
It was the movie was if you look at the game warden's patch was up in Maine.
Lake
yeah, but it
Placid,
actually
bro?
took place, where they filmed it in New York.
Oh,
Yes.
wait, are we talking about Lake Placid or Friday the 13th?
No, Greg loves the movie Lake Placid, so we're talking about Lake Placid.
Love
I
it,
love-
dude. Dude,
Yeah,
I
I think
saw it, but it was like, it was okay. When did you see it? When you were a kid?
I probably watched it a couple of years ago.
Lake Placid setting. Let's see what that says. Let's see what comes up here.
But I think
Black Lake, Maine.
yes, told you.
Greg is right.
I think where they filmed the movie Friday the 13th would be awesome to visit. I think it would be a cool thing to experience. I mean, I know it's expensive, and I know it's
So
You
if
can't
you
really-
for free, if they're like, hey, Greg, for free, you got to camp here in one of these cabins. You got to swim in the lake at night. Would you do it?
how long of a swim?
Swim out, maybe 20 yards and come back in. at
Yeah,
night.
I don't think I would fearful of that, but just because of the fact that when we were younger, we used to go swimming in the lake at night.
Would you do it?
There's just some
Greg?
eels though.
Would
There's
you
just
do it?
eels. Yeah.
Yeah, see, there is, if you go to Campbell, crystallaketours.com, you could find out, and they're all sold out already. It would have been kind of cool to do this, earlier or maybe next year. But yeah, they were
It's so
$169.
Yeah,
They were
that's crazy.
$169 for a 4-hour tour.
Let's do it.
That's expensive for a
Yeah,
4-hour
that's
tour,
really-
and then
for
they kick
4
you out.
hours only. Yeah, it should be that much
Think about
money.
the
And you
B-roll
can
you can
camp.
get, Matt. Think about the B-roll you'll get.
That's great. I mean,
Like, dude, for that price, you should get the 4-hour tour, and then you camp. You
You should
camp
get-
there.
well, they still
right?
have They still have tickets for October 20th. That's a 3.5-hour tour. It's the extended tour, and it's $149.
Let's do it.
Okay.
You won't do it. All
That
right, buy
needs
it
to
now.
include the camping experience.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to stay over, but I don't think they do any of that kind of stuff.
I would more like to camp like at like Penhurst Asylum at night.
Yeah,
You know,
something
that's
like
what we
that.
need to do.
On Friday
That's
the
what we need to
13th?
do. Let's do that.
Like anywhere, or even like Gettysburg. Like I know you can't, but
On Friday the 13th?
I would do it on like any day.
Yeah.
I think that would just be a cool experience, and I guarantee you have more paranormal experiences than you would, where they filmed the movie Friday the 13th.
Would you go to the Myers house on Friday the 13th?
I mean, we've been to the Myers house
On Friday the 13th.
Yeah,
No, it was in October,
ask
though.
Kenny. Let's ask Kenny if we can come down.
Would you
Oh,
go
God.
into the Nightmare on Elm Street house on Friday the 13th?
Yeah, where is that?
That's in California,
It's
right?
in California, yeah. I've been by that house.
Because
pretty
it still
cool.
looks the same, right?
It does. And the Poltergeist house, which is in Simi Valley, California, looks exactly the same.
The Amityville house, part of it is still in Tom's River where they filmed,
Mm-hmm.
New Jersey, but they changed the exterior. Sad.
The
I'd rather go
Monster
to
House.
Lopek's house.
Dude, we got
It's
it.
unfortunate that whole street, Colonial Street on the Universal Studios backlot was redone for that stupid Desperate Housewives show.
Yeah, because
Yeah, that's
Syria
stupid.
Lane or some
Fucking The
garbage.
Burbs was 10 times better.
way better. Way
So do you guys have a favorite Friday the 13th movie from the
100%.
franchise?
100%. Yes.
Wow, that was
Jason
really
goes
quick.
to space. Jason
That
goes
was
to
a
space.
quick response.
Yep. There's
Go
no
for it.
question.
All right, what is it?
It's the first Friday the 13th I saw. And that's why I thought in recent years, oh, maybe that's why. No, I watched them all again. The fourth one, the final chapter, is the best. It recaps
Yeah.
the whole thing in the beginning. And then I just loved it. It was the least cheesy. I love Corey Feldman with making the masks and all that. I don't know. There was something about it that just worked better than the others to me. They had better kills. The score was great, even though it's the same guy who did most of them. But yeah, final chapter is the best. You guys?
Yeah, I would. For the longest time, it was my final chapter. The fourth one. I don't know.
Countdown.
Yeah, I would probably still have to go with that. I really want to watch this year again because I haven't seen it in years. Jason Goes to Hell. I know it was kind of stupid, but it was still. I think he looked pretty badass in that movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would
What
have
about
to
He
go
Takes
with
New York? Or
Dude, that
Freddy
one's
vs.
so
Jason?
stupid.
Jason Takes Manhattan was terrible.
the only good thing about that movie was when he kicked the boombox in Times Square.
Yeah, and most of that movie was on that boat. It's on the
Yeah, it's so
freaking
stupid.
boat. Yeah,
It's just a short, boat ride from Camp Crystal Lake to New York City.
yeah.
knew?
He got on the ferry.
Yeah, Jason X. Jason Goes
Do
to
you guys?
Space.
So let me ask you guys this: do you do anything on Friday the 13th?
I watch a bunch of movies. I eat my Reese's Pieces.
PCs?
Yeah, Reese's.
Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces.
Do you guys do? Yeah, but do you guys do anything on Friday the 13th ever? Do you do anything?
No, besides
special?
watching some Friday the 13th movies, maybe if I have time, if I'm not doing anything else. And
Yeah.
I would
Yeah,
say
I usually throw the movies on, and I'll just have them on in the background, even if I don't watch them.
Check on the goddamn brownies.
Love that fucking movie.
Do you guys send out memes like Friday the 13th memes to people?
I'll send out a couple days this year.
yeah, you will.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah,
like the Freddy one you sent the other day.
Yeah,
we should share that on the YouTube channel.
yeah, share
I
it on the
think
YouTube
people-
channel.
I think people will love that.
Yeah, people resonate with that kind of stuff.
I think so.
I mean, end of the year hot dogs, Freddy's cock.
Yeah, just coming in
Yeah.
hot.
That's it.
I mean, do you guys don't do anything? Is it just another
I think it's just like a
day?
normal day. I just think
Just
it's a
in the
normal
back of your-
day, and yeah, it's another way to celebrate Halloween or the superstitions, share scary stories, things like that. But
So
other
is
than
it
that,
is it more just in the back of your mind
yeah, I
kind
think
of
it
thing?
is.
You don't really do anything.
I think
No.
when you were younger, I think it had more hype to it because it's Friday the 13th. But now, yeah. I mean, I just read Leslie Benentine's History of Halloween on Friday the 13th.
That's such a lie. That's
Wait,
such a lie.
is it really in that book? I don't think
Ray
it is.
comes up with a winning idea.
Yeah,
No,
now
it's
you're
not.
gonna you're making Mike go check now.
No, it's not in the book. I just
you
make
got
fun of
him
Matt
confused.
for having her on the podcast.
You got her
Um,
confused.
No, Mike's
You got
really
him
checking.
confused. Yeah, Mike is
Yeah.
really checking.
No,
I did check the Halloween encyclopedia, just curious to see if there was an entry for Friday the 13th. And you guys
Nothing.
want to know what I found?
Nothing.
Transylvania Travelers is another one I
Okay.
read on Friday the 13th.
Well, let's see. We're looking in the book now.
It's not
Oh,
even in the
God.
book. I've never read the book. I've never talked to the lady. Matt loves the lady.
I don't.
No, I think it should.
For somebody
so
that
just
is
so you
into
guys
Halloween as much
know,
as you are, I'm
Friday
surprised
the-
you don't love it a little bit more.
Yeah, right? So
Yeah, right.
Friday the 13th is not in here, but 4th of July is.
Fuck
What the
yeah.
fuck? See, that's stupid.
Same. That's you like her though.
I do
Oh,
like
she's
her.
the queen of Halloween.
She's the queen. Oh shit! I don't know. Besides, is there any other? What was that movie? There was another movie. It was it Saturday the 14th?
Oh, dude, the first time I saw Saturday the 14th, I thought it was stupid. I was a kid
It is
and our
stupid.
whole family watched it and we were like, this is stupid. But I don't know, I was in the second grade. But I watched it maybe 10 years ago and it's fantastic. It's like, it has like kind of like British humor. It's a kind of dry humor, but it's great. It's so great.
All right, let me
Well,
ask you
without
this
further
question.
ado, let's dig in.
Yeah, I might
What
have to
about-
watch that again.
What about
But,
I
yeah.
Know What You Did Last Summer?
What does that have to do with Friday the 13th?
Yeah,
Because this movie sucks. You know, Saturday. You know,
Yeah,
Yeah,
but,
but
it's
it
a
has-
spoof on Friday the 13th.
it's relevant to the topic, Greg.
no. I think I Know What You Did Last Summer is better,
What?
Dude,
more
I think-
relevant.
I think The Godfather's better.
Yeah, I think The
Godfather's
Burbs
a
is
great
better.
movie. The Burbs
It
is an
is.
amazing movie.
The Burbs is great.
Greg just throws stuff out there, see what sticks.
Hey, so wait, real quick, guys. I wanted to ask you if you know the story behind the Jason mask for Friday the 13th. And do you know which movie the Jason mask first came in?
Number 3.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Greg, did you know
Yeah.
that?
Well, yeah, the first one was the mom killing him, and like the second one, you didn't really see him.
The second one was the bag.
Yeah, the second one was like the town the town that dreaded sundown. It always reminded me of. I always got those confused as a younger kid because I was like, wait, is this Jason or is this
Well-
the town that dreaded sundown?
And that's the thing too. I saw the fourth one first, and I remember this was like in one summer. I should probably take these womp bump a doo bumps off
Yeah, what the hell?
from Erie, Indiana. I was going to ask you guys, Erie, Indiana. You know, if you were in Erie, Indiana, what would you do on Friday the 13th? Because
We would be exploring mysteries.
I would
Greg
be
would
getting in
running
the
around.
Foreverware.
anyway, yeah. So we saw Friday the 13th part 4 first, and then like that summer, my friend Travis and my brother Tom, we just rented all the Friday the 13th. So we went back, we got the
Baller.
first one, and I remember thinking, dude, what? Like, first off, where's the hockey mask? Where's Jason? And then when we found out it was the mom, we were pissed. So part 1 sucked. Then part 2, he had the bag, and we were like, dude, why does he have the bag? Where's the mask? And then part 3, the 3D one, which we
Always
did not
3D.
see in it is 3D, yeah.
I know, but I hate when movies do that. 3D sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this 3D wasn't as good as even what it is today. But anyway, yeah, it was the third one. So there is this story that I found on Mental Floss, and it says, where is it? Okay, Jason Voorhees' signature hockey mask is one of the most enduring images of the horror genre. However, it didn't end. Yeah, we already said this, third installment. So during that third movie, during a makeup test for part 3's 3D cameras, the crew wondered what Jason should actually look like, not wanting to spend hours applying makeup to actor Richard Brooker. Sadoff, this is 3D supervisor Martin Sadoff, a devout hockey fan, offhandedly suggested a goalie mask, which he just so happened to have on him in a duffel bag at the time. So that's
awesome.
what they did. It was
It's another mistake, just like Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
William Shatner.
Yeah. Did you guys know that Silence of the Lambs, that mask that what's his name?
Hannibal
Lecter wore was based. So here's the Friday the 13th isn't the only horror movie. This is also from Mental Floss, an article there. Isn't the only horror movie to take advantage of hockey masks, according to Mental Floss. Hannibal Lecter's mask in Silence of the Lambs was created by frequent National Hockey League goalie mask designer Ed Kuberly, who was asked to create a mask for a schizophrenic who goes around biting people. That's in quotes. A schizophrenic who goes around biting people. The result is a mask with the bottom half of an old goalie mask with bars inserted in the mouth hole. So there you have it, kids.
There you have it. Are you guys, all right, last thing before we do wrap this up. Are you guys doing anything special? I think me and Greg should be going to a haunted house tonight.
Let's do it.
Friday the 13th. We got to do it. I mean,
go camping.
Putting on the movie in the background, and then we have to do a haunted house.
We can play the soundtrack where we're going.
Yeah, might as well. What about you, Mike? Anything?
I have all the original Friday the 13th movies on Plex, so it's like a playlist. Yeah,
just goes through it,
and it's just gonna have them all. I'll have that on during the day, and then I think I'll go camping.
Yeah, sure you will. Are you actually going to watch all of them, or just have them in the background? Is there one that you really want to just sit down and watch?
I'll probably have them all on in the background, and depending where I kind of land in between doing my thing, I may just sit and watch one, wherever it is. If I'm like kind of on a break or maybe eating lunch or something, it's probably what I'll do.
I like it. Man, I love being a Halloweeniac. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode of the Halloweeniacs on the Weird Network. Make sure to tune in every 31st of the months that have a 31st. Anywhere you can podcast can be found, and now on the Halloweeniacs YouTube channel. And to keep up with us, the best way to do it is check the show notes below. All of our information, shows, contacts, stuff, everything is in the show notes. So make sure to, visit all those links that we post there. If you're a fellow Halloweeniac, you know what to do. Spread the word, keep those jack-o'-lanterns lit, and sharpen those blades. Board those windows, because the boogeyman is coming. Until we meet again in the pumpkin patch, stay spooky.
Stay spooky. Welcome to the Halloweeniacs, where every day is Halloween, but today is Friday the 13th.
Womp-ompa-doo-domp. It's
Comes great.
Friday the 13th.
Womp-ompa-doo-bomp.